I'm H.P. Steadham, executive editor of the Times Journal, and I am here with a very good friend of mine, Bruce Tryon. How do
Yes,
you doing?
I am not H.B. Steadham. I am Bruce Tryon. I'm president of Cobleskill Partnership. Thanks for having me here today.
I am so glad that you are here today. I love Cobleskill Partnership Inc., CPI, and because we'll probably refer to CPI several times today. And it is such a great, great organization. And I know that one thing you're working on is visibility. So tell me about CPI.
Yeah, CPI, Cobleskill Partnership. I believe we've been a partnership for a little less than 30 years, or maybe it was about 30 years. Our mission is to promote economic vitality in Cobleskill. Right now we're pretty much an events-driven organization, but basically we meet once a month. I lead a board of 11 people, I believe it is, and we're looking at ways to improve Cobleskill and to make it a better place to live and work.
So tell me a little bit about economic vitality. Break that down for me.
Economic vitality, yeah, that's a tough question.
I'm sorry to ask.
I thought this was going to be an easy interview.
I know it's the hard balls. I'm going to throw you
economic vitality, it basically just means an advocate for businesses in the village of Cobleskill, to kind of to drive traffic to the door, so people don't travel outside of the community to shop or eat. I mean, we've got great restaurants in the area. We've got great businesses, and we advocate for those businesses, and we try to promote them to get foot traffic in the door.
So you used to just be CPI used to just be focused on downtown Cobleskill.
Yeah, we were a downtown organization. When I was elected president, I heard from numerous individuals and businesses that are outside of that geographic downtown, and they asked, "Well, how come it's just downtown? What are you going to do for me outside of downtown?" And it made a lot of sense. Why not advocate for the whole town of Cobleskill? So that I went to the board, and the board unanimously approved to open the structure of the organization to not only we include downtown, but also the town of Cobleskill.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so great. So you said that you were at this time primarily an events-driven organization. So tell us a little bit about the events.
Well, we've got one event that's coming up right now is our third annual Soup Stroll. That is March 14th, a week from this coming Saturday. We've got Brickhouse Bakery, Bull's Head Inn, Cowboys Taqueria, Pizza Shack, Locomotions, and Chieftains. They go out of their way for the soup stroll. It starts at 12 noon and ends at 3 o'clock, and obviously there's a spillover from that. People tend to stay at their restaurants a little bit longer than that. It's a great event. It's awesome to see the village of Cobleskill, the downtown, filled with people walking from place to place to enjoy the soup. And I'm telling you, based on prior experiences, the soups that the restaurants put out are top notch. And just some examples of some soups that I have right now: lobster bisque, fire roasted vegetable, tomato soup, broccoli cheddar, Manhattan clam chowder, and Gouda bisque. And there's more coming. I have a couple of other restaurants that I have to visit to see what they got. But it's delicious. March is a great time for soup too.
Agreed.
And invariably, people hang around, and they'll have a cocktail, or they'll hang around, chit chat, and talk. And it's great. It's great to get foot business in the restaurants this time of the year.
So then, if people want to come to the soup stroll, how does that work?
They purchase their tickets. They're $20 pre-sale.
$20
pre-sale. 25 day of tickets. Just go to CobleskillPartnership.com, and the soup stroll is right there. You purchase the ticket. On the day of the event, I will be at the corner of Division and Main. You come, show your ticket, and you will get a wristband. And the wristband will, you put it on your wrist, and you show it, signifying that you purchased a ticket, so the restaurants know that you did it. And you go from restaurant to restaurant.
Now, this also is not just an event that benefits not just the restaurants, not just CPI, but you also have a beneficiary interest,
Absolutely.
right?
We always the board gets together and we pick a nonprofit that we donate half the proceeds to. The first year was to the Marathon for a Better Life. The second year was Cobleskill Richmondville's backpack program. This year we've decided to offer half the proceeds to two organizations: the food pantries at the United Methodist Church and also the Baptist Church, both here in Cobleskill.
Oh, that is a very worthy program.
It's good stuff.
So, what other events do?
We have something new this year. We have an arts festival on June 20th, which is you're going to see a lot of that coming up. That we're going to start promoting that very heavily. We have we had our first July 4th committee meeting this past week.
Did you?
Yes. Since it's the 250th anniversary, we're going to go all out this year. CPI has taken on the event itself. We're looking to have a parade. We've rented the fairgrounds for the whole day.
Oh, wow.
We're having entertainment, food, and we're going to culminate the day with a massive display of fireworks.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Yep. So we are definitely looking forward to that. And we also do a poker walk in October, which is a real fun thing
Now,
too.
explain this poker walk to me.
Poker
Like,
walk.
what makes it poker?
Poker walk. I get together, my wife Carol and I. We put playing cards in envelopes, and we take the envelopes to the restaurants that participate. Usually, it's the same restaurants that are in the soup stroll. And you have to pay an entry fee to get in, and you go to the restaurants, and and the restaurant will give you a card.
Just one random card out of the deck.
A random card, yeah, and it's you don't know what the card is because it's in an envelope.
Okay.
So you can't unseal the envelope until the end of the night. But you go to each restaurant, you get a card, and at the end of the night, I collect all the cards, take them home, open them up, and whoever has the best poker hand wins a cash prize.
So that we have to trust you on this one, is what you're saying.
You have to trust me on that, and so far I haven't had any issues. Again, it's a fun event. It's a unique event.
It is.
And it gets people into the restaurants.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
And it's generally, I think it's the second Saturday in October, and we start it at 5 p.m. And it ends at 9:30 at night.
That's great.
So it's a fun event. Okay. One of our biggest events is Arts in the Park.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Arts in the Park we've been doing that for over 10 years, and we showcase local talent. Starting in, I believe it's mid-July, every Thursday from mid-July through August, we have local talent that plays in our beautiful park.
You even announced recently some of you sent me the whole list of who it is.
Yep.
But who are some that are outstanding to you?
Becca Frame and the Tall Boys. We have Crossfire. Hair, I believe it's Hair of the Dog. And there's a couple of new ones that the names escape me. But we have two new bands coming in this year, which should be good.
And it's a free concert.
It's a free concert.
And we know that summer evenings in general in Cobleskill are fantastic.
Oh, it's
so just go bring a chair or a blanket, set up in Veterans Square Park.
Bring a chair, blanket. You sit at your leisure. We have a couple of vendors that show up to sell wares, and you can frequent the local restaurants.
That's amazing.
Either before or after the concert.
Well, I love it, Bruce. What can we expect in the future from CPI? Or I know it's uncharted territory, but you have a committee that's working on this, right?
Yeah, we have a committee that we're reformatting our mission statement. We're putting together a strategic plan right now for the next 5 or 6 years in the plan. But I think you can expect, basically the same thing. We may stream back on some of the events a little bit, but for the most part, I think we're going to continue to advocate for the village businesses, and just to make it a better place to work and live.
I forgot one thing. As part, it's not exactly an event, but it's definitely in support of your mission and in supporting the village, as you just said, which is the Lee Hodge Grant.
I love the Lee Hodge Grant. The Sterling Insurance Foundation are great friends. We're very fortunate to have an organization like that. Provided CPI with a pot of money, and twice a year, businesses and individuals can apply for a grant to either spruce up their business, make it look better. It's a very simple process. It's a one-page document. I think you applied for
I
it.
did.
Um, and twice a year we hand out grants to local businesses. It's a great thing.
Yeah, it really, really is.
And it's businesses and also residents. If you're living on Main Street, or if you want to spruce up your porch somewhat, you can do that too.
That's awesome. Who have been some of the recipients in the past of
We've had we had the barbershop on South Grand Street. We had the Mallory Law Office building. We had
It's the rural preservation.
yes, rural preservation. They were recipients of it. The firehouse redid their kitchen
That's
with
right.
some grant money. Fabulous.
Yeah.
But there are many others.
Yeah, that is a fantastic program that not
Certainly
all
is.
villages have.
No,
to be
certainly
able
is.
to do that.
And it's through the benefit of our great friends, the Sterling Foundation.
Yeah. Businesses can join CPI.
People
right?
can join Cobleskill and click on the drop down that says join us and join it. $25 for individuals, $75 for businesses. So it's a bargain.
It is a bargain.
It's a bargain.
A lot of
sure.
support, a lot of networking.
Yep. This year we've seen an uptick in membership, so that's encouraging.
Bruce, I think CPI is, well, I know it. CPI is part of what makes Schoharie County a great place to live.
It definitely is, and like I said before, CobleskillPartnership.com. Soup Stroll tickets. If you want to become a member, that's the place to go.
Great. Thanks, Bruce.
I hope to see you on Saturday, March 14th.
You will see me.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bruce.